at the next one, and hopefully it has some good stuff, because the last two were not good at all. But that's estate sales, especially in a retirement community like this one that we're in. Hit and miss. But let's check it out.
Alright, one of the first things that I do when I hit estate sales is look for big electronics, something like the DVD VCRs. Right here I'm checking out these. They looked interesting from the other side of the room, but they just turned out to be nothing special. So I passed and took a walk around the corner. Kitchens, really, I'm looking for something exciting, Starbucks mugs, etc. I can just scan through real fast and keep moving. If you don't see something interesting, don't waste your time. You gotta beat the people to the good stuff. I always check the garages. There's a monster nutcracker right there. No way I'm gonna sell that on eBay, but look for tools, Craftsman wrenches with a V on it or a double V. Those are vintage, made in America, and people will pay good money for them. Old clocks, especially if they have the flip numbers, are real big money. If they look interesting, they're super easy to comp on eBay. Just hit the search, type in the model number. I've seen that one a few times before, and it's not really a hot seller. So I passed. Always open cases. You never know what could be hiding inside. I just saw another reseller's YouTube video where he found a bunch of money inside of one of them. So I'm not expecting to find money, but again, maybe there's electronics or something exciting in there. So don't forget to open cases if you see them around. And right here, there was a whole bunch of these Santa figurines, and I forget the name of the maker that was on it, but I pause right here and look up a few of them. This guy was in a kilt, so it was a Scottish Santa. He was the most interesting one of the group, so I figured I would comp him and see if they were worth any money. If I recall right, they were asking $12 a piece for these guys. And I think I was on day 2, so I figured they might negotiate if I bought all of them. You can see me searching it right here. Yuletide Santa. That's what it was, Yuletide. Hamilton was the company. So those are the listings. You can see like 16 something. There's 90 there, 48 sales, so fairly decent sell-through. You can see right there that one was like 30 bucks, so that one looked interesting. But as I scrolled through, most of those were like $15, $20, $25, a lot of them with free shipping and breakable stuff like that. And slim profit margins are not a good recipe. So I scroll through, you see them right there. Again, some comps for the exact ones. I decide to leave them. If it was the last day and I could have offered them like 20 bucks for all of them, it might have been worth it. But at this point, it was early February, I think, when I recorded this one. And I don't want to sit on them until next year. As I come out of the back into this area, boom boxes can be worth good money, especially if they're Sony. The one in the back was a Sony on the right. It was just a basic one though. Again, I'd seen it at a previous estate sale, and I decided to just look it up and make sure I was thinking of the same one. Punching in the model number right there. It's labeled right on the front of it, so again, super easy to check. And again, make sure whether or not it's worth your time and hassle. If they are not selling and selling for a good dollar amount, then you should pass. So you can see them right there, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. Again, a lot of them with free shipping. Those are fairly big. You can see there's only 8 sales, and most of them are parts. Again, not really worth it. So again, I passed. If you're enjoying the voiceover, this is my first time trying it. Please do me a favor and hit the like, subscribe button, and hit the bell notification if you want to hear when I am putting out new videos, and see what that looks like there. So again, I really appreciate you watching, and do me a favor and leave a comment with your eBay store, and that way we can check yours out as well if you sell. So right here, I saw these boots. They're brand new with tags. The tag on it said like I forget, $129, something like that, and they were asking 20 bucks. And I was like, man, $100 off. So I decided, for the heck of it, let's see if we can find any of them on there. Again, I'm typing it all out. I've actually started doing a lot more. I was trying not to do too much voice in the video. You can actually hit the microphone and just say the search. So you can see there was no exact matches there. I scroll through and I see similar ones that were selling for decent dollar amounts. And again, if you look at the tag that was on there from the original price point, I figured, it's a reasonable risk to buy them, and what's 20 bucks. So I end up picking them up here in a minute and taking them with me. And I think I've got 3 watchers on them right now. They haven't sold yet, but again, I'm holding out for a high price, and I figure it's just going to take the right person. So you'll see in some of my videos that I scan through clothes fairly quickly. I really am not a huge fan of selling clothing unless it's something really unique. To be honest, I pick up a lot of sweaters and jackets because those are normally a little more bold, or something that you can get a little more excited about. A lot of these estate sales that I hit are in a retirement area, and you're digging through grandma's closet a lot of the time, and it's not very likely that there's going to be stuff that people are going to want to buy online in there. Every once in a while, you'll find something interesting that would do well on Poshmark or Depop, and I do sell a little bit here and there, but a lot of the time it's just something that you would see at grandma's closet. So you can see me bend down here. These were vintage bowling shoes, and I thought they looked in good enough condition that somebody might want some retro bowling shoes if they were going out with their friends. Maybe they were in a league, and so I was like, oh man, let me check these out. And I searched them here, and you can see there's a whole bunch of them, over 4,000 for sale. And when I switch it to sold, there was over 400, so not a huge sell-through rate, maybe 10%, give or take. When I go to that size, obviously it drops down quite a bit. And unfortunately, there was no vintage. Every one of them was new that I was finding when I was trying to go through. So you can see we get down to like 64 results. But you can see on the pictures, they're like 30, 40 bucks for most of the new ones. And I decided I wasn't going to spend the time much longer looking at used bowling shoes. And that's something that you got to figure out as you're going through. estate sale specifically is how much time are you going to spend looking at one specific thing. A lot of the time, if I'm not focusing on trying to get some content for filming, I'll just grab it and move on through the rest of the room and see if there's something else exciting. So I'm not spending time on this, and then, maybe on the other side of the room there was, vintage jewelry or an awesome watch or something like that that I woulda, coulda, shoulda bought, but I didn't even know about it because I was spending whatever it feels like 3 minutes looking at these stupid bowling shoes that I didn't even end up getting. So I'm not a fan of shoes too much unless they are in brand new or like new condition. I know a lot of people make a ton of money selling used shoes, Rally Roots and Ready Set Resale and Harry Tornado, a lot of those other people, but it's not really an exciting thing for me. So again, if they're not new, a lot of the time I'll just pass.
Alright, well, picked up the boots that I showed you in there. $20. The price tag on them, brand new, says $179.99. I didn't find an exact comp for them while I was in there, but I'd have to imagine at least $50 plus shipping. So we'll look at it harder when I get home and see exactly what we're looking at. But see if we can find another one.
I kept recording here because I saw on the side this yard was just overloaded with decorations. I don't know how well the video is going to pick up on that, but there had to have been 200 little yard art items in these people's yard.
Alright, I'm not sure if that took, but I saw a yard sale on my way to the next estate sale, and they had one of these DVD VHS combos there, and they were asking 10, but it didn't have the remote, so I offered him 5, and he said okay. So looks like between 50 and 75. We'll see. I'll probably ask around that $60, and for $5.
All right, so walking up to the next estate sale, see the sign there and how many people were already there. It was surprising how many people were at a lot of these estate sales, but again, there's not a ton of resellers I find that I'm competing against. There's a few guys that I know that look specifically for jewelry or something like that, but a lot of these people are just looking to see what their neighbors had and what's exciting.
No, well, I haven't.
Let's hear something. Come on now.
It may not be in tune.
I don't care. You'll be in tune to me.
A little bit flat.
Scanning over the table, there's a lot of little boxes. It's just little Avon tchotchkes and not really worth spending a lot of time looking into. I've bought some old Avon tchotchkes before, and they sold eventually, but I had to drop the price so far that it really wasn't worth it. I grabbed this thing right here. It's new in package. Again, a lot of the time, if I see anything old and vintage that's new in package, I'll pick it up at least and see possibly if it's worth any money. You'll see Matt on Part-Time Pickers. I've seen a lot of his videos where he absolutely kills it with dead stock, new old stock stuff in the package. So again, always look for it. That one wasn't old enough to really be vintage, but it was worth picking up to take a look at. Again, don't forget to open cases. You never know. Maybe it's some Cutco knives in there or something.
Excuse me. Try and swap.
Hey, Margaret.
Wasn't really having much luck there, so I decided to head out to the garage and see if there was anything exciting in there. A lot of the time in the garage, you'll find too, they put stuff out there that they're not really proud of, and you'll see some really cheap prices. I was looking at this thing here again, new in package, but it was nothing. It was a drugstore brand, if I recall correct. So not something you'd want to resell online. Trying to take a peek at that vacuum that's back there. Again, there's some old ones, Kirby, etc., that are worth a ton of money. Even just the hoses for them can sell for big bucks. That one was just a plain one, nothing exciting on there. So scanning the tables, looking for power tools, again, vintage Craftsman wrenches, things like that. You might wonder how I'm going through a lot of this so fast. I have hit 100 plus estate sales in the last year, and I've got a pretty good memory bank of what sells and what doesn't. Again, see, I'm right here checking out the wrenches and looking to see what brand they are. I got some snap-on wrenches at a guy's yard sale while I was in between estate sales the other day, and paid $5 for a lot of them and sold them for $80 on eBay in 2 days. So again, made in USA hand tools are definitely a big bolo.
Do you want to
Swap around you.
You would be surprised. I turn and look right here just to get on camera how much on the food is in there. They price every single piece of food that are in there, and there are a lot of people who will buy that. Again, Matt at Part-Time Pickers, I've seen him buy some dead stock, old stuff, but it's normally like drugstore items in the bathroom, not really food in the pantry. But hey, if people buy it, they're going to sell it. So just interesting. I scanned through the plush, big bolo, not this Hanna-Barbera guy, but Dukes of Hazzard stuff, and Lisa Frank. I've bought plush at estate sales over the last year for pretty cheap, normally a couple bucks a piece, and I've sold multiple plush in the over $100 price point. I just sold a Dukes of Hazzard Flash Puppy Dog for $125 last week. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. If you don't follow me on Instagram, what is wrong with you? Get your phone out at Dana Invests on Instagram, and you can see me look at cool stuff like this GE Walkman. I'm just messing with you, but no, seriously, go follow me. Come on. Anyways, I was looking at this. GE ones are not as exciting as Sony. If that was Sony, I would have bought it for sure. I pull up my phone and get the eBay app out to check the price on it. But yeah. Takes me a little while to type in the number. I'm using my left hand here because on the right hand is where I have my camera. And you can see on there they were really not asking much. There wasn't many listed. Only 2 had sold. Look at those horrible sales prices, $11. It is not worth my time to box and ship something and sell it for $11. Even if I could have bought it for $1, I probably still wouldn't have, and I didn't. I decided to double check and type in the Hanna-Barbera, I forget his name, the crocodile guy over there. If you know his name, do me a favor, leave it down in the comments and tell me, would you have bought that guy? I think he was $5. Again, I don't want to buy plush if I'm not going to sell it for $25 or more, because if it's less than that price point, it's just going to sit in your eBay store and take up space in your house, in your storage, wherever that is. And I want to dedicate space to stuff that is going to sell, not stuff that is going to sit. Sorry, I put my camera down a little funky here. I believe I was responding to a Facebook message, or I was checking a Discord message from a stock trading group that I'm in. Check out that sweet purple pantsuit hanging on the door. Would you buy that? There's a lot of bright colors. Bright colors do awesome on eBay, but only if it's specific vintage or makers. If it's just generic 80s clothes, 70s clothes, whatever, you're not going to get a lot of money for it. So anyways, I check out this shoehorn. I hear the guy out at the counter complaining about people switching prices and how people are shady and scams and all that. So I decided to just wrap up and get out of here. All right, here I am popping into the next one. Saw this thing on the table there. I believe it was a stamp collection, and some of those I know can be worth big money, but a lot of them, when they say they're collector sets, etc., if it says it's collector, it's not really collector. It's something that they're selling to you. So I passed on that. I see on the sheets right there, if you see those quilts, I have heard that I am passing up quilts that are worth big money. So something I'm going to stop and check going forward is for hand stitching on those quilts. So if you're a reseller and you sell quilts, let me know down in the comments. Is that something I should have spent more time on? I know the video kind of sped through it real fast. I spend more time looking at these sweet 80s tracksuits, windbreakers, than I did looking at those quilts. So something I know to change for the future and spend a little more time on. There's actually one that starts tomorrow that I'm going to go check out that I am hoping to snag a couple quilts and afghans and just, give it a shot. Scan through the bathroom real quick looking for perfumes, vintage makeup, something like that. And don't really see anything, so I head out and around through the house. I had been outside real fast. This sale really was kind of picked over. As you can see, there's not a ton of stuff left, but I had not gone through the garage. So I pop out here to see. It is loaded, absolutely loaded with pottery stuff. I guess the lady that lived here did pottery. This is her pottery studio in the back. I hadn't looked any of that stuff up. I don't know if any of it's really worth anything. Some of her artwork pottery is on the side over there. You can see it on the left. But again, a random person pottery is not going to sell. Maybe as some folk art, but not something I'm really looking to pick up. So again, I'm just scanning through, trying to see if there's something that they had out here that was worth money, that again is in the garage, that they aren't really valuing too much. So again, just a pro tip for you guys. Don't sleep on the garage. Get out there and see if there's something. that they missed and they don't know really what it is. And you can get some really good deals on stuff out there. All right, so it's getting a little later in the day, and there's a Goodwill kind of right by all these ones. You can see the Chick-fil-A in the hand. I had stopped and grabbed some Chick-fil-A, but decided let's hit this Goodwill and see if we can find something good. Do a quick scan of the shoes again. I've said it a few times. If it's not real exciting, looks like it's brand new, I'm going to pass. Pass by this Lucky 8 lines. Look at that, no key and hundreds of dollars. Goodwill, you crazy. Some of the stuff they price, they're really, really proud of, and other things, they just want to move it. So I know there's a lot of different opinions in the reseller world of what they should price things at because it was donated, for profit, not for profit, all that stuff. But look, I think as long as they're fair, there's people that shop there, resellers, consumers, either which way, it is what it is. I stopped and looked at the video games there. I'm fairly familiar with those. I had been here maybe 3 or 4 days before and didn't see anything worth buying at that time. So I was just kind of scanning over that guy's shoulder to make sure nothing new had been brought out and I was missing something. But again, when there's somebody else looking at something like that, chances are if there was anything good, they already grabbed it anyways. Scanning through the board games, I look for sealed, new in package, or some of the really exciting games that you know about. That Star Wars thing there was absolutely trashed. If not, it was new, sealed, and I would have grabbed it. Potentially, at least, I would have comped it. Again, I'm not going to spend time pulling up the sales prices. And, I've seen other people at Pro Picker Ohio, Destin over there, he buys board games. And, you can sell some of the parts, etc., for bigger money. I'm not really interested in buying used and counting parts. That's not really my business model. I want to scan it, take pictures, list it, and ship it, and make it as fast and easy as possible. So I heard this on a Rally Roots video a long time ago. We are looking for profits, not projects, and that's exactly my motto: profits, not projects. So scan it through the electronics again. You're looking for DVD, VHS, DVD recorder writers. Again, I'd seen all those before, so I kind of just breezed through them. They have everything here, even the kitchen sink, if you see that. Those headphones were a generic brand. I know there's some headphones like that can be worth a solid dollar amount. So again, if I hadn't already been through here and looked at them, I would have stopped and picked those up and at least checked the prices. Tennis rackets, the same thing. I had already kind of taken a look at those a few days before. I've sold multiple tennis rackets that I've gotten at Goodwill for between $5 and $8 that have sold for well over $100, and a few that have sold in the $30, $40 plus shipping range. So tennis rackets may seem scary on the size for shipping, but you just grab like a 1092 and a 1095 box. They fit together. Man, that bat, if you saw that on there, that thing was like a banana. I don't even know why they put that on the shelf. But it is what it is. But anyways, you can ship big stuff fairly easy. It's not too scary. And again, the stuff that people are afraid of shipping is sometimes the best stuff to look for, because if not as many people are willing to do it, then you have a lot less competition reselling on the other end. Yard sales, a little bit of everything today, and we'll see if I can go home and lay it all out and
see what we think we got. So.
All right, my audio cut out on the editing software here. This is my first voiceover, so forgive me on that. But anyways, I'm just saying that hopefully you like something. If you do, like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification, and that way you can be notified when I post something new. And again, hopefully you found something interesting. Was the voiceover good? Was that horrible? I probably need to go buy a microphone because I'm sure I'm not sounding the best on here. But anyways, again, thanks for watching and peace.